All right. Let me get my ears back in here. Welcome back. This is M-Dog. Doing a little carp fishing again. This time we are over at 120, 155. Interesting. And instead of the lemon stuff, now we're trying the caviar. I'm going to cast this rod back out here one more time. So we have this rod just sort of in a completely different spot than the other two. I did a little spot check. Where I have that far left rod is actually in a shell bed. But the real spot we're trying to test out over here on the caviar is more like from here to here, maybe, sort of in this spot. Not sure where the sweet spot's going to end up being, but that's at 25 clip. This one over here right now is at 45 clip. Again, I don't think we'll keep this one over here, but just kind of checking both spots. I think I eventually want to move all three rods to this general area at 25 clip. So just started fishing so far. One non-carp, or an eyed, I guess, and two commons and a mirror. There definitely have been some rare carp coming out of this spot, and it seems like at least one of the things they're biting on is the caviar diet. Now, the first and third rod is set up with double yellow corn, which another thing we could test if I think about it is bumping that down to one corn on each. So right now we have a total of 4 artificial corn out, which we could just do, obviously, 1 each, but I'm not going to do that until I move this rod over. And because right now we are catching fish over here, I might keep this rod over on this left shell bed. We'll see. At least for one more. Just kind of want to... I'm a little infatuated with shell beds at the moment, so let's see how far overcast that is. Yeah, just about perfect. Now, on the middle rod, I did something a little different. I do have the double caviar yellow, but instead of all artificial corn, I've got some 16 size caviar boilies. And so far, this has been catching... It's been keeping up bite rate with the other two. And so it might be worth trying 20 size boilies with the corn on one rod. If the artificial corn rods are pretty steady bite with maybe they tend to be smaller, we could have this middle rod set up to try to hone in, focus in on the little larger size. Which, if we're going to do that, I'd probably move that over to rod 1. By the way, I'm using Vingas. You'll notice the Vinga reels here. This is not normally what I would use to carp fish with, but I mentioned in the last video I was doing some repairs on my carp stuff, and everything except the Megara reels were ready. So I still need to swing back by Volkov, pick up the Megara reels, then we'll be good to go. With fresh repaired gear and new, really nice grease. Put some new expensive grease on my expensive reels, hoping that will help maybe all of the damage be a little slower. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if it'll pay off or not, but that's what we're trying. So far, though, much better bite rate than the lemon lime stuff we've been trying. I'm using 2.0 hooks on this one, the regular Mugga one that we would use on that one, and then the 1.0 hook on this one. So we also have a variety of hook sizes. And hopefully there's no mysterious music playing in the background. I still don't know what the music was coming from. So in the last leveling guide I did, we had music. Here, I'll show you. Well, no, I won't show you because I don't want to play the music on this. But I don't know where it's coming from. So I've kind of shut everything down, making sure there's no open tabs or whatever that could be playing music. I really don't know. But it was pretty disturbing. So we're coming into that time of day where we should see a decent bite rate. Maybe the fish sizes go up just slightly. See if I can get a tracking update on a package real quick. Is that a fish on there? Just swam towards us? Oh yeah. Ooh. Okay. Another mirror maybe. Okay, so we know we can catch him over here on the shell bed. Yeah, I do kind of want to get them all in the same spot, I guess. So we'll go 25 clip. Put this one over here as well. Guess we need to move them all down just a little bit here. I do like this little 25 clip though, it's nice. Oh yeah, I meant to move these down a little bit, huh? Yeah. Nice little bite rate so far. So 25 clip right there. What are we casting in? Let's see. If we're casting right there. Oops. Oh, it's clay. It is clay. Retrieval speed was a little high. It doesn't always work when you have it up on that high. Usually I'll slow the retrieval speed way down, but let's go 26. Aim right there. See if we're still in clay. We are indeed. .4 meters. Another eyed, I believe. Which, you know, we're using the smaller PVA, 10 gram. So, you know, kind of helps with the profit margins when you're catching smaller fish like this. When you've got artificial corn in, a lot of times it is smaller fish. That's why you play around with the hook sizes a little bit. See if you can kind of cancel out some of the smaller stuff. But the bait is mainly what draws them in. The eyes are real. Ooh, is this the stuff? Oh, this is the stuff. That means we could actually... We could actually spot this. What size is this? 10 portion? Let's go with 5. Let that sink in a little. Another eyed, maybe? No? Yeah, it is. Big eyed, though. 3.6. We'll have to look at our eyed real quick, see if they're coming in on all of the setups or just the one in the middle. There's a common. Maybe they're liking those smaller size boilies more than the corn. I'm just not sure, actually. Alright, eyed. Double corn. Double corn. So it's kind of half and half. Stubborn. Definitely not an eyed. A mirror? Nice mirror. So we're spotting with the same thing that we have on our PVA. Corn flour, black caviar, feed pellets, and black caviar. Something's going on that middle line a little bit, huh? It's nibbling away, isn't it? Oh, wow. I would have not guessed that was an eyed based on how it was pulling. So this is an eyed spot right now, at least with these current baits. As much as it is a carp spot. We now have 5 eyed out of 14 fish. I am tempted to try the single corn on this one. Let's just do it for a little bit. It's nighttime anyway. So instead of 2-2, let's go... Wait. Yeah, let's just try it. It may help bite rate. The negative side of that doing that is it can sometimes lead to like smaller fish on average, I think. But we will see. Yeah, let's see how painful some of this overnight is. I don't know if we'll stay the whole overnight. Let's just see how it goes. If the bites completely die down, we'll probably wrap it up. But if it keeps me engaged, then maybe we'll see what like the early morning is like as well. 7, 8 a.m. Go till 7 or 8 a.m. Alright, so notice we just switched down to the single corn. That's the downside. "31 minutes, 15 fish." You know, it's going to pick up again once the sun starts to come up. 4:30 in the morning, we should see an increase. Probably be pretty healthy in the morning hours up until noon. So overall, this looks like a pretty good spot if you ask me. If you're willing to catch the eyed and stuff mixed in with the carp. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but I suspect if you just like use the larger boilie approach, you may catch better fish on average, but it's going to slow down your bite rate. It might be pretty slow. So this is probably the better approach in terms of the artificial corn and just trying to like hit that bite rate, because part of the appeal of this is that a reasonable chance to catch some of the rare carp. We haven't seen it yet, but it seems like for some folks they've been coming in. A lot of these 3 kilo commons as well, which, by the way, that cafe order, every time I come to Amber, that 3 kilo common carp order seems to be up. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Something came up. I had to touch base with my wife real quick. I hate to be gone for that long, but such is life. And at least we get to see a few more fish. But again, I apologize. Very, very unprofessional. Not that I am a professional, but you know what I mean. Hard to put that far left rod down sometimes. Decent sized fish considering this is the single corn. Oh my goodness, it's another trophy-eyed. Even larger this time. All right. Was it worth it for a trophy-eyed? I don't know. I'm not going far, I promise. Let's see if there's any consistency with what those trophy-eyes are being caught on. Okay, that was just the corn, and that was the boiling corn, so not really. Kind of all over the place. I do feel like the single corn has been a pretty nice bite rate, right? But still haven't seen any rares. Well, we don't want this to be the rare. Even though the bite rate's decent, the thing I'm most unsure about is this 16 size boilie. I don't know if it'd be better just to have all corn out there or even try the 20 boilie with corn. If it doesn't slow it down to like non-existent, I feel like you might catch a little better fish. Yeah, we're just over a fish every 2 minutes. Now that it's morning, the bite rate's picking up and we're kind of back over. We were right at a fish every 2 minutes. We've actually increased the bite rate since then, and that's with me stepping away for a few minutes, so we'd probably be well over that if I had been a little more efficient with being gone. All right, so we're going to go to 8 a.m. or thereabouts, and then we'll wrap it up. If work allows me to do that, I guess I should say. Really hoping we'd see one nice rare. Just to be a little more sure about their likelihood of coming out in this spot.
Hi everybody, welcome out to the Dice Tower.
Okay. Looks like we might get a couple more fish in. Got a chance here, right? Chance at some more eyed. I'd actually normally don't bite too much during the daytime, so I would think past a certain time here in the morning, those might get a little bit weeded out, but they seem to be so active in this spot, who knows? Still something happening on this middle rod. So we're at 25 fish, 46 minutes. Yeah, I tell you, the double corn has really slowed down. All of the fish, at least recently, have been on the middle. It's rod 2, rod 3. Rod 1 has slowed down with the double corn. Now, it did okay for a while, so I don't know. All right, let's relog real quick. I'll be back in a second. Scratch that. We've got another bite going on here. Seeing a lot of people catching these blue bream. It's tempting to go try blue bream at some point. Oof. All the rods want us to have a fish. It just never did do anything. It's still nibbling away, whatever it is. I think this one's on now, right? It's small. It's your favorite buddy, the eyed. Really curious to see how much those eyed trophies end up being worth. Could help our total be a little bit more respectable. But we'll see. This was the longest nibble ever. Not really. That's over dramatic, but it was pretty long. Man, it looks like it was a carp. It's an active booger. All right. Not a bad one to go out on. All right, I'll be right back. By the way, people have been doing okay in this spot without PVA. So if you're just using ground bait, or if you're able to throw out the spod mix like I was doing, you could probably still have some success in this spot. Sometimes carp spots are fairly PVA dependent, but I believe this one's a little more flexible. All right, 22 silver for that. 19 silver for that. So about 40, 41. Wow. About 430 silver. Yeah, 78.66 on those eyed. They helped a ton. And that is some nice silver compared to what I've been seeing recently here. So nice silver. Less than an hour. Wow. That was good. That was really good. All right, let's go pick up our Megaras real quick. And then we'll be gone. I've really been enjoying carp fishing, and that spot was a blast. Like, especially seeing that result, that was pretty good. All right, workshop. There we go. We got our Megaras back. We can go back to carp fishing the Megara way. So let's see. This is the grease I've been putting on my reels. I just chose one of the more expensive ones. It's in this synth lab. It's 5-star. I mean, there's other 5-stars that cost even more. That maybe some of these would have been even better. Kind of went with the cheaper 5-star that I could find, basically. So it was good. I mean, it's whatever. Hopefully it'll help. All right. Thanks for watching. Another good session at Amber. I will see you next time. Tight lines, everybody.